27 years.
Who is king of the hill? Race 1, of course. Find out if it's really true after the break. We set out searching for Ian Warren and the Swift, but found the SX4 WRC in the same garage. Warren updated us on his car.
Well, earlier this year we started off trying a few things. Unfortunately, we came across, I guess, some misfortune. We had a little problem with the engine, and since then we've been trying to rectify it. It seems to have spun a bearing. Some I don't know what to say. In the end of the day, it was just one of those misfortunes, one of those unfortunate things, you know. It spun a bearing and nothing we could do about it. Minimal damage to the engine, but it required us to make sure everything was safe and we had to send it back up.
Meanwhile, the SX4 was being prepared. The Sol Go Further Scotiabank King of the Hill 2012. Just over 90 cars, 25 international, 5 regional and 64 local, took to the start of the 3.4-kilometer Hangman Hill stage, which was to present the local and international crews a host of challenges over its short course. Most of the overseas entrants were using the event to fine-tune their cars for this weekend.
My plans today is to put in a serious run. I find that very difficult because I have a serious head on and then I see the spectators and that's the entertainer then. But no, we're going to try maybe one serious run, 2 serious runs and then an entertaining run that's expected of me.
We noticed you have a special flag here. What is it?
Well, this flag is just to show on a serious note that we're treated over here with such high regard. Everybody is fantastic to us, so we thought we'd get your flag in the middle of the 2 Scottish flags to show that we're a joint team all together.
I've never done King of the Hill. Because there's not much to gain, I think you just get your seeding position within your class from King of the Hill, don't you? It's a mixture of entertain the crowds, have some fun, but try not to damage the car because you look a bit stupid if you crash the car or something on this. On King of the Hill, it's not ready for the rally, so a little bit of care, a little bit of sideways, that sort of mix, really, I think.
Have you had cuckoo and flying fishes yet?
I had what? No.
Cuckoo and flying fish?
No, not yet. No, that's a Bajan dish, yeah?
Yes, this is a Bajan dish and you need to try it before you leave.
Okay, we'll go and find that.
What is the plan?
Well, I just need to go flat out and see what I can do, but can't guarantee it because there's some pretty good guys in the class today.
You've been here 10 times. Have you tried our national dish, cuckoo and flying fish?
Flying fish, yes. Not done the other one. What's that?
We'll go out there and let's give it a try because everybody that's done this event that you talk to back in the UK, they just rave about it. The organisation, the friendliness of the locals, everything. And I must say, up to now, everything's been first class.
We're just going to have a treated like shakedown, effectively, just to make sure the car's working properly. This time last year it didn't work properly, so it's a good job we did it. Clearly, you know, we'll be looking at our times a bit, but I probably wouldn't be pushing 10:10s because it's only seeding at the end of the day, and we're not going to beat the big boys.
Have you tried our national dish, cuckoo and flying fish?
I can't say I have. Cuckoo and flying fish. What, together?
Together.
Right. Okay. I'll see whether any of the restaurants I go to have it.
Where did you hear about this rally event?
It's been very well promoted on every website going through Ireland and through America, and you couldn't help but find out about it. So a lot of other people have been here too, recommended a great rally, so decided to give it a go.
What have you brought here to compete in?
An Evo 9.
Matt Shinors and Catherine Levi's from Ireland were competing in Super Modified 9 in their Ford Escort Mark II in Barbados for the first time. Despite this practice run spin, they managed to finish 3rd in the class. Wales' Gary Thomas and Phil Ralphs won the Clubman Historic class in their Ford Escort Mark II, but not before having to quickly correct this mistake.
And I think they did that.
Ireland's Martin and Eddie Taylor were passed by Barbados' Neil Corbin, during the early part of the stage. But Corbin, who eventually won Modified 6, found that the Irishman returned the favor before the end of the stage when he stalled at this turn.
Taylor, who's now going to spin forward in order to avoid catching. Neil Corbin has stalled, I think, so that was Martin Taylor.
England's Ding Boston and Sophie Black in the Alfa Romero were fourth in the historic class. There is never a dull moment when Alan McKay in the Ford Anglia WRC, which stands for Well Run Car, hits the stage. He too found the right 90 a bit tricky during his practice run.
Have you had cuckoo and flying fishes yet?
Have I had what?
Cuckoo and flying fish. It's Barbados' national dish.
Oh, look, we've had everything over here. The flying fish, even they can't keep up with me. I just swim out there, catch them mid-flight. All of my guys in aim, Anglia's a game.
Ireland's Raymond Conlon was winning the hearts of the Bajan fans with his impressive style of driving in the Toyota Corolla. He's entered in the very competitive Super Modified 10 class. Englishman Nigel Worswick in the Ford Escort Mark II has been pitted in Super Modified 11 and he finished 9th on the day. Northern Ireland's John Hardman's first official run was his fastest, and he took 3rd place in the historic class. England's Andrew Siddall shot through the stage to win the historic class in his Ford Escort Mark I. Stan Hartling from the Turks and Caicos missed this turn completely. No damage done, and he made it back out safely with the Lotus to finish 4th in Group B. Scotland's Kenny Hall recovered from a fuel pump problem early in the day with the Ford Puma to finish 3rd in Modified 6. Andrew Costin Hurley from England was 6th in Group B with his Ford Puma. Tim Piercy was 2nd to follow countryman Andrew Siddall in the historic class battle. Glenn Campbell from North Ireland is back, and he was 2nd in Modified 5 in the Nissan Micra kit car. Stuart Dealey from England, also competing in a Nissan Micra, was 3rd in Modified 5, behind Campbell. Paul Horton from the Turks and Caicos was 5th in Group B.
So far, how has it been for you at King of the Hill?
It's been pretty good so far. It's a big crowd out here today, and I think everybody's going to have fun. Panton to win.
I got Paul to dominate. Paul Bourne, Skeet Sackett, Paul Burchard.
I'm having a good time drinking some whiskey and just relaxing, man. Rest on to the world, don't miss it. CBC.
England's Simon Wallace registered his fastest time through in the practice run, and his first official run was slower, but his fastest of the 3 official ones on the day. He finished 6th in production 4. It was a learning process for English newcomers Rob and Ross Weir in the Subaru Impreza, and they finished down the order and quickly found out that competition is fierce on this small island. Here, Dean Sarow, who finished 9th overall, catches them on the stage close to the finish.
New livery as well. I didn't see it in scrutineering.
Trinidad's Stuart Johnson looked impressive, but in the close field, he had to settle for 5th in production 4.
At great speed.
Ireland's Martin Donnelly saved his best for last and recorded his fastest time on his 3rd and final official run. This gave him 3rd place in production 4.
Where he now lives, Martin is going to have a fun time with the Irish flags flying proud on number 85.
Irish newcomers Joe McQuillan and Neil Finlay finished 3rd in Modified 8A with the Mitsubishi Evolution 8. Andrew Malaloo was 4th in production 4. Production 4 was won by Jeffrey Noel, who clocked up fastest time of 1 minute 57.72 seconds. Second in Production 4 was Mark Hamilton, who was about 2 seconds adrift of the class winner, with a time of 1 minute 59.69 seconds. Avinash Chatrani won Modified 8A, but was just outside the top 20 overall finishers. Second in Modified 8A was Graham Finlayson, but his day ended with his car on the roof just after the finish.
Top 3 for Rally Barbados?
Well, I prefer Paul and Ski.
Eric here, Roger Mears for 1.
Skeet Bourne, top 2, I can't take the third.
Paul Bird, Paul Bourne, John Powell.
The sheriff, there's only one body sheriff. Maintain law and tongue. Anybody come from any party where it's going to beat Rudder Skate. They win this rally, they win King Hill too.